One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube, and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. Okay, so we are family. I thought about that for a while, so I had to do it. So, go on with your conversation.
Was not Willow, it was not Riley.
No.
We had another episode where Riley is left just like guy. I feel like we're watching this relationship crash and burn, so
like, I mean, he can't know why, but like her mom doesn't even know.
Oh,
you know, so
Dawn?
About Dawn.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but like
he doesn't, obviously,
because if you, I mean, I hate to say this, but like if, I feel like if this were someone that she felt like was a longer term partner, maybe she would have confided about it.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because he understands all of the paranormal stuff.
He does. I feel like the only other person she would have told, like the next one would have been Joyce.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but she didn't. You're right. She didn't even tell Joyce. I feel like sometimes though she tries to keep Joyce out of things a bit.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but this is like very much involving Joyce. This is Joyce's daughter, air quotes. But yeah, I understand Riley's point of view, but I also understand Buffy's.
Yeah,
like
no,
Riley doesn't know why he shouldn't know something. You know what I mean? So he just feels left out. That's
but I just
fair.
feel like this was also another nail in their relationship coffin.
Sure, like it definitely hurt him for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying you didn't like this episode as much as
No Place Like Home? No,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I found it a little disappointing.
Okay, that can happen.
Well, I think just sometimes like when it's after a good episode, I'm like, ooh, and then when it's not as good as that one, it's just like, and to be fair, like the Out of My Mind episode was just okay, and then when I watched No Place Like Home, it was like, ooh, yeah, this was really good. So yeah,
okay,
it wasn't worse than that one. So
Out of My Mind.
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for being a mind reader.
Yeah. It's okay. All right. So Family originally aired on November 7th, 2000. Written and directed by Joss Whedon. I didn't know that because it's not a hugely consequential episode.
No, it just seems like what do you call them? Palate cleansers?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a palate cleanser.
Yeah, I guess. It moves things forward a bit. It was interesting to learn about Tara. I'll say that. Yeah.
Because we have had some like weird like things with Tara where you're like,
what's going on?
Something's going on there because of
she's
the dreams.
So quiet and keeps to herself. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that stuff too.
Yeah. So the synopsis is Willow feels betrayed when Tara's family makes a surprise visit to Sunnydale for her birthday, threatening to reveal a shocking secret that can endanger all of their lives. Meanwhile, Buffy and Giles secretly try to learn more about the new evil that is hunting her and her family. Yes. That is so. All right. And I remember you asking me before, like, are Willow and Buffy living together this year? Like, what's happening? So I totally forgot.
Willow and Tara?
Sorry, I meant Willow and Buffy. Are they living together?
Yeah. Willow and Tara.
None of them are living together.
Oh, but I thought it was Willow and Tara. Like, I thought at one point they, like, last season, they had, like, were getting their stuff together or whatever.
There was a lot of talk about who was going to live with who at the end of last season.
I thought I saw them moving, like, putting their box together or whatever, so I just assumed they were moving in together.
I think they were helping with the other one unpack in the beginning of the season, but it wasn't, maybe they weren't living, they're not together.
So I assumed they were unpacking together or whatever.
Yeah, I only know because Tara's bedroom is painted black. And Willow's is not. So they don't live in. I mean, obviously they sleep over each other's house a lot. We see that in this episode. Yeah. But they're not like actually rooming together.
Okay, so I thought they were rooming together.
Yeah. So we're in Willow's dorm.
Buffy and Willow are not living together.
Yeah, which I couldn't remember. So in Willow's dorm, we know Willow has like a double or a queen now bed. So before she just had like a single or a full, her and Buffy.
Bigger too.
Yeah. So I don't know. We don't see a lot of it right now. But yeah, they're talking about Kitty Fantastico. Like they kind of are. Kitty Fantastico's running around. They're talking. Tara's telling Willow a story about a cat who was lost and then found a home. And Willow's getting tired. It's kind of like a bedtime story. And she says Tara's going to stay up and look for spells. Look at more spells. And she just wants to be useful to the gang.
Yeah.
And that she like wants to feel useful. And Willow keeps trying to. This is something we've seen over again. That Willow's trying to tell her she is part of the group and she is useful. And so they like lay down and go to sleep, and then she's there like, I wonder if everything went okay with Buffy at the factory. Remember, this is when Buffy went to go find, went and found the monk, basically.
Yep.
And like, oh, she would have told us probably if something had happened. So then we go to Buffy's house, where Buffy is telling Giles, she's confiding in Giles what the monk told her.
And I feel like this is the only person that is gonna know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she said they have this conversation. In this conversation, they talk about that. Yep. Who do we tell? Do we not tell anyone? And she's like, no, they would even unknowingly act different around Dawn, because we're not going to tell Dawn either. And then also, more people know, the more people that it is dangerous for them.
That's true too, yeah.
So yeah, Giles does say, should we send Dawn to your dad?
And Buffy's like, why would we do that? He sucks.
he's in Spain with his secretary.
So cliche.
And that she called him when their mom got sick, and he hasn't.
He didn't call back.
He hasn't called back.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Dad of the year.
Yeah.
So they don't want anyone else to know, and they really want to focus on who is this woman, because she's obviously after Dawn, even though the key. And that's like the main focus now going forward. They have to figure out who this woman is.
Like, I feel like we still don't really know a lot about Dawn, key, door thing. We don't know a lot about it yet. So
yeah, there's a lot to learn still. And as we suspected, we go to the factory, and that woman, the beast, bursts out of like all the rubble.
Yeah, so it didn't kill her. Like,
kind of spoiled that last, but yeah, obviously they wouldn't still be talking about her if she was dead. Yeah, yes, she is mad. So we go to the credits, and we come back, and we're in Buffy. We're in Buffy's dorm, and so this is definitely a different room that Buffy and Willow were in. The one that
they're bigger, nicer rooms, I feel like.
Yeah, so this is like a single. It looks like it was a single that Buffy just moved into. It has 2 doors, which is very weird. Like 2 entrances.
Maybe one's a bathroom?
It's like a corner. But he was like, Xander was like, 2 entrances and stuff. Like, it's just a strange room. But she's moving out.
Yeah.
And she's moving, which Anya reminds people, like, oh, we just moved in a couple days ago. Already moving out. Like, Anya. This is all hands on deck. So because her mom's sick and she's like barely been there, which is true, we were like, I don't even remember Buffy's living situation at the moment. She's gonna move back home for the semester and not pay for the board. She was
living home for the summer.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, and I just assumed she'd stayed home, but yeah, I guess she moved out for 2 days.
Yeah, so she's gonna go back home because obviously her mom needs some help, but she's still going to school, but she's gonna live at home.
Keep an eye on Dawn.
That too.
Yeah.
And when Dawn's helping move, she's like, Dawn, where are you? Like, she's very like hyper aware of where Dawn is, and it's just out of her sight.
She's like peeing mom.
Yeah, she doesn't want her out of her sight. And they're all talking about that woman, like the beast, that they're gonna find her. Like, don't worry. Like, Buffy's in pain because she got the shit beat out of her, and they're all like, well, next time you'll have, we'll have more information. We'll all be, you'll have backup and all of this. And Tara makes a joke about like her insect reflection. Like basically her like insignificant. Later she explains it's like about her insignificance and like karmic, like being reincarnated and stuff. But nobody gets the joke.
No. And even after it's explained, it's still not.
Yeah. And Tara walks out in the hallway and it's like, oh,
I know.
Like, I just bombed. I looked like an idiot in front of everyone. Like, she's like, oh, like I already feel like an outsider in this group, and now everyone just stared at me when I tried to make a joke.
Do you ever feel like that though? Like sometimes when you're feeling off your game, you just try harder, and then you try too hard, and it just makes it way worse. That's what this situation is.
Yeah. And then so Tara takes some like boxes out or something, and Willow comes back and she's like, okay, tomorrow night, Tara's birthday. Like, we're all meeting at the Bronze, and everybody had forgotten.
Of course they did.
And yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll be there. And yeah, so they're going to do a little surprise. It sounded like a surprise.
Yeah, because Tara doesn't know.
Yeah. Party at the Bronze.
That's cute.
Yeah, that is.
Willow's cute with her.
Yeah. So we go to the hospital, and Ben, we see Ben again.
Dr. Resident? Okay, that's what his name's Ben. Dr. Resident is what I put.
Yeah, Dr. Resident Ben. So there are even more
bananas patients?
Crazy people coming into the hospital. And he says, let me guess, the families out there, no history of mental illness, no history of any kind of like mental problems. No. And so the people that have like no history of mental illness or anything are just coming in. Yeah. And the other guy that's there, the nurse or whatever, says it was the 5th one this month. So it's
weird.
becoming a pattern.
Yeah.
So Ben's now off. His shift is ended. He goes into the locker room to get ready to shower. And we like pan away and we see a demon like in the locker room coming for him.
Super creepy demon with a creepy tongue.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Nope.
No. And then the beast like stops him before he gets to Ben.
Yeah, because he's gonna kill Ben.
And then says like, "Oh, I need you. I want to borrow you or something. And grabs him. So at the magic box, Anya is so excited.
She's killing it in retail.
She is. Like when she's gotten the hang of like not telling people just to give me your money and go away. She's good. Yeah. So excited about the money and like the counting of the money and the way the money looks and smells. She loves the money. And so Xander and Buffy are sitting at the table and they're doing research on the beast. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Buffy says, "Of course I forgot about Tara's party. Like I have a lot going on. Like I forgot about the party." And then they're kind of commiserating. Like
also, like what do we get her for her birthday?
What do we get her?
We don't know anything about her.
Yeah, except for a lot of things. But okay.
I know exactly.
Like didn't even try.
I mean, I feel like I could get her a gift.
Yeah, for real.
Something cat themed or Wiccan themed.
A crystal, like a crystal.
Yep, not super hard, guys.
Yeah.
Spell book.
Yeah, and like thankfully Giles points this out. He's like, "You guys are stupid because you're in a magic shop and you don't know what Tara would like. Like you're silly." Yeah, they're not getting anywhere with searching for the beast. And I don't remember who it is thinks about getting a crystal ball for Tara. His Whoopi's get her crystal ball, and like Giles says, "We better not. I've already got mine wrapped." That's what he got for her already.
Yeah, that was perfect.
So Buffy's like stressed, and Xander says, "You should go off in the back and work off some tension." And then we go to Spike's crypt, and we're like, "Oh, okay." Buffy and Spike are fighting. She went there to kick his ass and like to work off the tension. But then we find out that it's just Spike's like sex fantasy
while he's having sex with
Harmony. Yeah, she's just she's a stand-in. Let's put it that way for his. Yeah. So anyway, she's like, "What are you thinking about?" He's like, "You." Yeah. No, he was thinking about fighting with Buffy because he really gets off on like fighting with Buffy, which has always been the case, I think, even before he was like, "What's this? What are these tingly feelings for her?" So yes, no shock that this would be part of his like fantasy about Buffy of them like sparring and stuff. Yeah, so that's happening at the back of the magic box.
And then some rando walks in and starts talking to them, and it's like he seems nice and friendly.
Does he? Because he seems really weird.
He's weird, but he seems nice. I thought he was nice at first, anyway.
He like walks over like, "All right, these spell books. You're gonna do a spell on me?"
I mean, this is like from where we come from, by the way. This guy. This is from our hometowns, Ashley.
Oh, mine's not quite that bad.
Mine is.
Okay, mine. Yeah, I do know some people with this kind of accent, but anyway. But they're looking at him like, yeah, he's strange.
He's like, "What are you doing here? Don't touch these books. These aren't for sale."
Yeah, Giles, can I help you with anything? Like, you looking for anything specific? And yeah, he's just weird. And then
he's like, "Are you guys witches?"
Yeah, he's just the vibe. The vibe giving off is get your pepper spray, possibly, for me. And so Tara and Willow come in, and this guy's like, "Hey, no hug for your big brother." So we find out this is Tara's big brother. Yeah.
Interesting.
And she's shocked. She's very shocked that he's there.
Donnie,
yeah.
And then her dad walks in. He seems great.
Sarcasm dripping from that. And then cousin Beth.
Oh, who's Amy McAdams.
Yeah,
I love Amy. Yeah. Wait, Amy Adams?
I think it's Amy.
It's not Mac. There's no Mac in there. I don't know why I said that. Amy Adams.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah. This was a little
baby version.
Yeah, she had a little role on Buffy. So yeah, they've come into town for her birthday. She's like, "What are you guys doing here?" He's like, "Silly, it's your birthday. Like, I want us to have dinner." She says, "Okay," but it is awkward. She awkwardly hugs him,
and she doesn't introduce Willow to them.
She just says, like, generally, "These are my friends." Yeah.
But Willow was like looking, like she was like hovering, like ready for it. And then
I really wonder if Tara's been introduced to Willow's parents. I doubt it.
I don't know, but also it seems like she hasn't talked about her family to Willow, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, that is true. Like, I feel like Willow was like, "You have a brother?" Like you didn't even know that she had a sibling.
And
Yeah,
I feel like if
definitely.
they have a relationship, which seems as like they've been together for a while now, and they're pretty connected, I thought maybe some of this would have come up.
I mean, even when they were friends,
Yeah,
like before
that's
things
true.
turned romantic, you would know. Like I feel like that's just getting to know anybody under
Yeah,
any
you'd say
circumstance. Like
like
you
I'm
have
not close with my
siblings.
family or
Yeah,
something.
or yeah. So yeah, Tara's been obviously wary of sharing about her family. Like that's very obvious. So at Buffy comes home and Riley comes downstairs. He's just been putting away her stuff. He's been like repacking
He
her room
unpacked
for her.
everything. He's the god
Yeah,
of boyfriends.
yeah. And she says, "Oh, thank you so much." And he's like, "I just like you to owe me favors." And then she talks about like, "Oh, she could pay him back with outfits and could be involved."
It
I'm
was
like,
weird,
eh,
yeah.
gross. And
Yeah, it wasn't
Riley's like,
great.
"Ooh, ugh." I'm like, "Ugh." I need some saltine crackers because I am nauseous.
Wow, okay, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad.
Ugh.
Oh,
Okay.
and then
Anyway,
Dawn comes up and she tries to go to her friend Melinda's, and Buffy's like, "Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. You can't leave the house ever."
yeah, she's like, "It's just across the street. I'm going there for dinner." And Buffy's like, "No, you can't go." And then yeah, Dawn's like, okay, and just like goes back upstairs. So Riley's like, yeah, something is up. That it's
Yeah,
more than just Dawn like getting on her nerves, which was like
yeah.
what everyone believed it was just before Buffy found out about Dawn. And he knows something's up, and he says, "Hey," she basically like, plays it off, not totally dishonestly, but she says, "I'm just really worried about this girl, this woman, the beast. Like we all have to be careful because I don't know what I'm up against." And he says, "Well, I can reach out to Graham, and like maybe the government knows." And Buffy's like, "No, like don't." Yeah, she doesn't want the government to get their hands on Dawn,
Yeah.
but she doesn't explain that to Riley. And Riley gets upset. It's like, "I know there's stuff you're not telling me,
Yep.
and just when I think I'm getting close to you, you pull away."
Yeah.
And he just basically leaves, and it doesn't really end on.
Good terms.
It doesn't end on bad terms. It doesn't end on like there's tension between them for
Yeah.
sure. Um, she tries to like kind of explain it without saying anything, but yeah. So I understand both of their.
Yep.
I understand both. Like she really can't tell Riley. He's unfortunately, I think he's fairly far down on the list of people she should tell. But again, I understand Riley's, you know, feelings on this too because he doesn't know what he doesn't know,
No,
right?
and they've just
So
already been having issues, so this is
yeah,
just making things worse.
yeah. If it was
He's
like
feeling
on its
alienated.
own, if it was in a silo, it probably wouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah.
All right. So in Tara's room, she comes home and her dad's already in her room. He said that the door was
Yeah, that's
unlocked.
weird.
Yeah,
Even if it was
and
unlocked, you felt like you could just go in. That's
yeah.
cool.
So he showed up a little bit early to pick her up for dinner, and he's like, "Oh, did you want me to see all this witchcraft stuff you have around?"
I thought you'd gotten over it.
Yeah, all your witchcraft toys. And I'm sorry, I'm a perv, I guess, because he was like, "Did you want me to see all these toys?" And he's like holding up this big phallic-looking crystal, and I'm like, "That ain't for her, okay? That's not her style, all right? It's dad, whatever you're thinking."
Ew.
I know, but he was like, "Toys." And he's holding this huge. It was weird. Yeah. So yeah, I thought you got over this. You're turning 20. You know what this birthday means. It's the same age that your mother. Kind of trails off. We don't
Something,
really know.
something.
Yeah, we don't really know what happened with her mom.
And he says that she can't control the evil inside of her.
Hmm. And she says it doesn't feel evil,
Yeah.
like the magic, basically. And he says, "Do they know? Do your friends know?" And she kind of like lies very unconvincingly, like, "Yep, they know. Yeah, no, they don't. Okay, you have to come home with us. We're the only ones that can help you. So I'm gonna give you time to like basically say goodbye, and we need to be gone by the morning." I'm like, I'm upset by all these toys, so I'm gonna leave. We're not gonna go to dinner after all. So then he leaves, and poor Tara, like, she can't stand up to him at this point.
No, which
Yeah,
is weird. Like, she's an
she's under
adult
his
now.
thumb. Yeah, it's sometimes hard, you
But
know.
I don't know how that works like financially. Like she's at college. Like, is he paying for college? How is that working?
Good question. I don't know. Maybe she's on
Yeah.
a scholarship.
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay, so I put okay, in a closet. Yes. So in
I
this
put
big,
question
huge
mark.
walk-in
Where
closet.
is this? Where is this,
Yeah,
please?
the big walk-in closet.
It's not that abandoned factory, that's for sure.
Mm-mm. So that demon that I keep trying. We do have get her name and everything, and I'm trying not to use it. I don't know why, but anyway, the Beast.
Okay, that's
The
what I call her, the
Beast.
Beast. She
Yeah,
wakes up.
yeah. The Beast has tied up this demon
Creepy
with her on her clothes, like on her clothes rack.
Yeah.
And she's going through all of her. She has amassed quite a wardrobe.
Yeah, like where's all this stuff coming from?
I don't know, but she loves it. She loves like the dresses and the heels and the hair. She loves all this stuff. So she's asking about Buffy. This girl that she had this fight with that was unnaturally strong for a human. And she's like, ew, I was fighting a vampire slayer. How common. Like, if people knew about this, they would be so embarrassed. Like, she's not impressed at all.
No.
More so embarrassed that she even, like, touched a vampire slayer.
And also, she's not like, oh, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to, like everybody else always says.
Worth her time.
Yep.
Basically.
This is a very different reaction.
Yeah, it is. And so she tells the demon, like, get your friends and kill her. Like, you guys take care of it. Like, you go and take care of it. I got bigger fish to fry, basically. So at Tara's, Willow comes over to get her for the Scooby meeting because
she's trying to make her feel useful.
Yeah, trying to make her useful. And Tara kind of snaps at her.
Yeah, for the first time.
She's like, like, not everything's about your friends and like you guys and your friends. And I understand Tara's stress, and she didn't really snap at her badly or anything, but I do understand where Tara's coming from. It's like, it was, I mean, if you had your eyes open in that scene, you could tell that Tara was affected by her parents showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't see that scene. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. That Willow did try to talk to her about it. And it's kind of was just like going on like normal. So I see it both sides to a lot of things in this episode. But Willow was like, oh, wow, sorry. I'll just, like, that's fine. And she's like, no, I'm just tired. She kind of tries to, like, backpedal. She's like, okay, that's fine. I'll just go to the meeting. I'll fill you in. And so she leaves. And we see that Tara is looking through some spell books, which is not particularly odd, but we find out that she's looking for something specific.
We'll find out later what she's going to do.
So at the Magic Box, they're all having their meeting, and they're just
figure out what this beast is.
Yeah, still trying to figure out what her deal is. And in the back, like in the training room, we see Tara cast a spell on them.
Mm-hmm.
And like this like little smoke like goes to them, and like it just makes they go back to normal, but it makes Giles lose his train of thought. But then it's like normal
for a second.
Yeah, it's like they don't notice anything happen.
To make us realize that this spell worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at Willie's, we're back at Willie's, but Willie is nowhere to be seen.
That's what it is, Willie's. I was like, at the bar, I don't know any of these names.
It's Willie's. Riley's drinking there, and he says, oh, you're back again? So Riley's like coming there every night and like drinking. At a demon bar.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like there's not like human bars around that you want to go to. Yeah. And if you're going to a bar every night drinking, that's probably not good.
Not good
as well.
No, definitely not.
Not good. And even the bartender says, you shouldn't really be in here. Like you don't have a good reputation around here, obviously. And Riley just doesn't really care. He just wants to drink. And then a lady sits next to him.
A pretty lady.
Who we have seen before.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, do you remember in the Doppelganger when Vamp Willow bit a girl at the bronze?
No.
It was very fast. Okay, this is her.
Okay.
So she got turned at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what she says her name is. Holly? Molly?
I didn't even write it down, so I don't know.
Something like that. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
She tries to hit on Riley.
Anyway, she's hitting on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, well, we can go somewhere more private. And he says, yeah, I don't date vampires. So he like knew right away she was a vampire. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, got me. And she just like gives up. Like, okay. So yeah, she wanted to like get herself a piece of Riley. So at Spike's lair, he is caressing a blonde mannequin head, the one that he found in the dump.
Oh, weird.
Because he's like thinking it's Buffy's head. And he hides it because Harmony comes in.
Harmony comes in with all of her April shower shopping.
April Fools, but that's okay.
Oh, April Fools.
Yeah, where Cordelia worked.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I mentioned Cordelia earlier in this episode.
They do. She said, because she was like telling Giles that the Beast was kind of like Cordelia, actually. Like, that's all she can really give him for like what to go on. So she said there was a big sale at April Fools, and he's like, "You paid for all of this?" She's like, "Oh no, I killed the sales lady, but a bargain's a bargain."
God.
Okay. And then she says that she ran into someone, one of their like vampire friends that sired like Eric from the sewer gang or something. I like how they all like know each other. Yeah. And she said that the Liak demon is recruiting his brethren to kill the Slayer, and so this gets Spike's attention because I think Spike right now is very much like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I don't like this. This is happening against my will. And I'm not enjoying this. Like, this is sick. Okay? He's like, this is sick. So he's intrigued. He's like, oh, if they kill Buffy, then I can just go back to normal. Like, this will stop. And yeah, so he's like, oh, I'm going to go watch them kill her because I had to see this. And I love when Harmony's like, if they do succeed, if they do kill her, we should do something nice, like maybe a gift basket.
Yeah.
I loved that. She's like, maybe a gift basket if they actually succeed. So Tara's walking on campus at night, and she runs into Cousin Beth. And Cousin Beth automatically assumes that Tara is gonna leave with them.
Yeah.
And when she finds out Tara isn't planning on leaving with them,
she calls her a selfish bitch.
Yeah, things flip.
She seems so nice.
Yeah, she gets mean. She gets mean. And she can just figures out that Tara did a spell on them.
I don't know how,
which isn't okay.
No,
obviously. Not. But she's like, you're trying to just hide the demon part of you. And she just wants to, like, it's harmless. I just don't want them to see the demon part of me. And she's like, I'm gonna tell your dad. All right. In the training room, so Buffy's in the back at the Magic Box training. Everyone else is in the front of the Magic Box doing the Magic Box stuff. And Willow hears a noise out kind of in the front of the shop, opens it, she thinks it's Tara. And she opens the door, and those 3 demons are standing there.
Creepy clowns.
And she looks like right through them.
She can't see them.
And
I thought they were like invisible.
Right.
To everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are invisible to everybody.
No, like literally everybody in the whole world, though.
Oh, okay. Like that demon type of demon was, yes.
I just thought they were invisible, and I was like, oh, weird.
Right. So she's like, oh, I thought I heard something. Just closes the door. And they like realize that they can't be seen. And they're like, now we can really fuck things up. So back on campus, Beth is I'm telling Tara, I'm telling your dad, unless you don't go tell your friends the truth. Like, and you have to come home with us. So she kind of talks Tara into going and like stopping the spell, which that part is good. So back in the Magic Box, the demons are walking around and everyone is just going on as normal. So they're realizing like, wow, nobody can see us. Everyone's just going on about their business while they walk around. So they go into the back while Buffy's training, and Buffy does sense them.
She like hears them or something? Yeah, senses them, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And
she starts fighting them invisible, and
they attack her. She does her best.
Yeah.
That she cannot see anything, obviously, but she uses some of her Slayer senses to get them off. And she yells for Giles. They all run to the back, and then the other 2 demons start, or one, I think. Well, there's only one in the front. Start attacking them. So they're all like freaking out in the front of the store because something's attacking them. They make Dawn get under the desk, and they're just trying to figure out like, what the hell is it? Where is it? What is it? So Spike comes in the back door.
He looks so happy at first.
He's like, yes, okay, here we go. And he's watching, and he's just watching. And then he realizes that one demon like has Buffy's arms behind her back, and the other, so she can't defend herself from the other demon coming out. And he's like, oh God, they're gonna kill her. And so he like runs in and saves her.
He rolls his eyes though. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he begrudgingly like can't let it happen. So he stops it. He like grabs one of them, and then Buffy's able to kill the other demon. And then she walks out the room. He's like, you're welcome, because he's holding the other one. But she can't see him.
Right.
She doesn't see him.
Oh, she can't see Spike either.
Yeah.
Right, because he's also a demon. Okay.
So she doesn't even
just ignoring him.
Yeah, no, she doesn't see him. So then everything's going on in the front of the store. Buffy comes in and tries to get everybody to be quiet so she can kind of sense it. But then Tara comes in, and she can see the demon that's behind Buffy. But while Buffy's trying to fight it, she breaks the spell. She quickly breaks the spell. And of course they all know, okay, you had something to do with this. And Buffy,
her family walks in.
And Buffy kills the last demon. And when she kills that demon on the stairs, when she like breaks its neck on the stairs, do you remember that?
Yeah,
that was nasty. Tara's family comes in. They see the last demon being killed, and they all confront Tara. So she's upset, and Buffy's angry that she like put a spell on them and like could have killed them, got them all killed. And her dad says that the magic comes from the demon and the women in their family, and that when they hit 20, it kind of like manifests, and so they have to be with their family to like help control this evil within them. And Tara and Willow talk, and
Willow's like, has everything been a lie?
Yeah, Willow's really like upset, hurt, and Tara says, no, it hasn't been a lie. And she said, like, Willow says, do you want to go? And Tara's like, no, I don't want to go. And so because Tara says she doesn't want to go, Buffy does stick up for her and be like, if you got to take her against her will, you have to go through me. And Dawn's like, me too. Okay. All right. And then Giles is like, yes, you're not taking her out of here against her will, demon or not. And I like what Anya says, oh, just like for reference, like what kind of demon is she? And they're like, does it matter? It doesn't matter. She's like, well, it does. Like some are like actually like okay, not every demon are like horrible.
Yep.
And Spike, of course, because he catches on to everything, it's like, oh, okay, I think I see what's going on here. So he goes up to Tara, taps her on the shoulder, and punches her in the face. And it makes his chip go off. So that was like his test. He's like, yep, there's no demon in her. Like that only works on humans. So this is some kind of like messed up family lore you have to keep your women in line, which is messed up.
That is so messed up. I was like, wait, what?
But Spike's like, that's terrible. I like you. You're a piece of work. I like you. So they realize that this was all been a big like family hoax that the men have put on the women.
Yep.
And I like when Tara's dad is like, we're her blood kin. Like, who do you think you are to like tell us what to do with her or whatever? And then Buffy says we're family, which is nice. It's like they're all found family.
Have to be blood ties just to be family.
We're all family. Oh yeah, I kind of got it the other way around. They talk about that family thing before.
That's okay.
Before, yeah. And I do like when Buffy's like, I don't care what happens. Like I'm just here. We're just here in the background. Until she tells her family to leave. So she does stick up like for herself and tells them to leave.
Little Miss Cousin Beth just is beside herself.
Are you happy now?
And yeah, like, and also, like, did she not realize? Like,
and has she also been
like exactly when Spike said what happened? She just wasn't fazed by that. She was just like, okay, I'll go back to being controlled.
Yeah, is she like not affected by this? Like, has she not also been told that she has evil in her or whatever?
Exactly.
It's her cousin.
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah, so maybe she needs some time to process. Let Cousin Beth process, maybe. So we go to the Bronze, so it's at Tara's party. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
And Riley shows up. And there's lots of presents on the table and everything, so it's nice that everybody showed up for Tara. Riley does show up, and they kind of make up, I guess all is forgiven. And it's funny because Dawn is there, and she has like a stamp on her hand because she can't drink. And she's like, only losers drink alcohol. And they're all like, like, oh, we all have our cups. But they're not old enough. They're not 21. So I don't know how they're in there drinking alcohol. Weird.
Interesting.
Besides Giles, like, you know what I mean? Like, all of them are underage. So weird. Unless they like snuck it in or something. I don't know. All right. And then Willow and Tara have a little talk about how, she was really ashamed of her family and she didn't want to think like, if you saw what I came from, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near me. And Willow says, I love you more because of what you came from and like how good you are and like how you like persevered what you came for. Like it makes me proud. So they have a nice little moment there.
Yeah.
And then they have a little slow dance and they start floating above the dance floor.
Gave me Casper vibes.
Yes. I didn't even like think of that. Yes. And that's the end of the episode. So all ends happily.
It was a happily ever after episode. Yeah, that's right.
It was. Yeah. Okay, so my favorite quote was, you're in a magic shop and you can't think of what Tara would like. I believe you're both profoundly stupid, Giles.
That was a good quote, yes.
Yes. And then I think my favorite scene was the end thing with like the confronting of the family and them all sticking up for Tara and like saying that they're a family. And I think this like solidifies Tara as part of the group. Because they're willing to like stick up for her and like claim her.
That's true.
Which I think she's never really felt like claimed in a way that she wants to be before with her family. So, yeah, I think that was a big scene. So, yeah.
Okay, my
Alrighty.
favorite line was also Giles' line.
The same one?
No, actually, it was when
Oh, okay.
they're helping Buffy move, and he said something about his patriarchal role, and he's like, yes, lots of pointing and scowling.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny.
He's like, yeah, we all have to help. We all have to help. She's like, yeah, you're doing the least of the helping, I noticed.
Yes.
He's like, I'm a supervisor.
Exactly.
I'm a watcher. It's my job to watch you, not participate. Yeah, that was good. Giles had some good lines.
He did have some good lines. Same favorite scene, yeah. Just how now hopefully Tara can finally feel more comfortable with them, more purposeful, useful, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of relax.
Now we have to work on Riley now, because they were both kind of feeling on the outs of the group and everything.
I just feel like he's not going to be around by the end of the season, though.
No, we will see. Okay, so my stick rating was I give it a 4 out of 5. The Tara kind of, it's not been the biggest mystery because obviously the Dawn thing like overshadowed like any like big question marks we had, but there was stuff like like there's a lot of like hints that something was up with Tara.
Yep.
So we've got those answers and those have been put to bed. So that's good. She is officially kind of what we talked about. She officially is like part of the Scoobies, and I think this puts to rest her like kind of like feeling as an interloper and like just Willow's +1. Like I think now she really feels like part of the group and accepted by them. I said Buffy is pretty quickly came to terms in this episode with Dawn. And she talks to Giles in the beginning about like we have to take care of her. I want to take care of her. Like we have to protect her. Mm-hmm. So I think Buffy's viewpoint on Dawn has changed. It's weird. When she finds out she's not really her sister, she actually like likes her more.
Yeah, because this is her job.
Yeah, now it's her job. Yeah, but she wants to take care of her. Yep. Yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. Again, Riley and Buffy are still having issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I liked. We saw more of the Beast with her crazy mansion. I'm guessing, or with that walk-in closet. Yeah, I thought this was a good episode to learn more about Dawn. Oh yeah, or sorry, Tara. But I also gave it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, good. I was gonna say 3.8 maybe. I was like that'd be fair too. That'd be fair.
I mean, I thought it was interesting learning more about her family and stuff like that, and just kind of seeing where she came from. Now we know why she kind of is the way she is. She's just so quiet and like reserved, not reserved, but just like she keeps things to herself.
She is reserved, I would say.
Okay, reserved, yeah.
I think that's fair.
And she's just kind of nervous around people and like doesn't want to open up, and just so this explains everything basically. Yeah, so I liked watching that, and just Willow's really good for her. They're really like she's just so patient and kind, and it's good that they found each other. Yeah.
It's interesting when you just said that. It made me think that Tara is a lot like Willow in the season for sure. And like Willow definitely found her place in the world and is like blossomed and is so like more outgoing and whatever. And yeah, so I think, Willow sees that in Tara too.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. So I'm hoping that Tara gets to do the same thing at some point soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that she's broken away from her family, maybe she can figure herself out.
Yeah, and this whole time, the poor thing's been like, I've been living on borrowed time. Like at 20, I'm going to turn into this freaking demon or whatever.
That's pretty terrible. Yeah. Yeah, she thought she was going to turn into a demon. But also, like, it's just interesting that she does have some powers, though, right?
Yeah, she's gifted with magic.
So there's something. So that is interesting. So that maybe made her family act more weird about her.
Because you remember when she gave Willow that crystal, she said, like, oh, my mom practiced. Like, my mom was really good at magic.
And she said something about her grandma, too, right?
Maybe.
At some point?
At some point. Magic, like, has been I don't really feel like magic is, like, passed down. But, like, it's been a family tradition through the women. And then, obviously, the men had their own tradition that was bad.
Of controlling the women.
But, yeah, of controlling them. So yeah, she definitely has been practicing for a long time. So
yep. So yeah, good episode.
Okay. All right, so the next episode is Full for Love. As I said before,
this is your favorite episode of season 5.
There's a couple really good ones. It is definitely up there. It's my top 5 of the whole show. It's in my top 5 of the whole show.
The whole show. That's a lot.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so it's called Full for Love.
Okay.
And it was really hard to pick a question for this. So basically, okay, so we travel the world in this episode. I'll say that. So we go to like we visit more than 3 places, like locations. I don't mean within Sunnydale, I mean within the world.
Okay.
But specifically like 3 cities. Like, can you name any of them?
God.
Even if you get one right.
How many guesses do I get?
5.
Okay. Paris.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, Paris, London.
Mumbai.
Oh, okay.
Tokyo.
Ooh, okay.
New York.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I don't know.
You got 2.
Know. Really? Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, good job.
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah. All right, so that wraps up season 5, episode 6, Family. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram at One Girl All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with season 5, episode 7, Full for Love. Woo! See you real soon. Bye.